Before we begin, please sign up as a user for my website or download my Android app and submit a story by the 20th of January 2020 and stand a chance to win $50 through PayPal or through Alipay if you fit the criteria in the description below. I'm cursed with illness ever since the day I was born. My parents died during an accident when I was at a very young age. They left me a great fortune and the city's largest enterprise for me to run. I had never attended public schooling before and I only had a private tutor who was in charge of my entire education. And when I grew up I encountered several acquaintances, but business was all they could speak of. I do have a bugler by my side. The problem is that he is mute and I'm terrible at learning a new language, let alone a signed version of it. In recent years, there have been non-stop chaos and destruction carried out by a group of hooligans. One day, 5 of my numerous outlets got sabotaged, 10 of my dear employees got injured, and 1 of them got hospitalized for weeks. I went to the hospital to pay a visit to that poor son of a bitch, and the first thing that came to my mind was, what are the police doing all this while? Then I realized that this city's police force has always been pretty much incompetent due to the fact that the mayor did not give them enough firepower and military support to begin with. A strong sense of justice overwhelmed me and I decided to put on a mask, a black cape, and went to beat the living daylights out of a group who was responsible. After kicking a few criminals' butts, I was prepared to take on the most notorious criminal, the Joker. Ha! What a laughable name. I, in contrast, called myself the Dark Hound of Justice. With my advanced espionage technology, I managed to crack down the Joker's hideout, expose his identity, and put him behind bars for good. However, my actions did not reduce the crime rates in my city. In fact, it generated an unprecedented surge in new crimes and violence. I didn't realize the fact that the Joker had an extremely large fan base. All of them weren't happy with their lives as they feel oppressed and exploited by the rich overlords. Their voices still remain unheard by the mayor who has vested interest with the wealthy 1% of the city's population. In their eyes, big corporations were a source of all evil. Pollution, unemployment, corruption, and rising cost of living. All of them hated me as a dark hound for being capitalist lapdog and setting a great example of police brutality. There were even lots of wanted posters of the dark hound placed all over the streets. I've always been aware of such social discontentment, but to tackle it to its core would hurt a huge enterprise my parents left me. Even a multi-billionaire like me do have its limitations, and somehow I got addicted to this new profession of mine and I did not feel the loneliness I used to once I wore the mask. Soon, a number of big criminal figures wearing all sorts of masks appeared. Joker II, Harlem Queen, the Penguin, Scarecrow, Bane. I was never worried because I got my upgraded gadgets by my side. I did not use any guns because superheroes were not supposed to break any laws, but my boomerangs would do just fine. Whenever I got cornered by angry mobsters, I used smoke bombs with a special substance effective in making them cry. I also had a pair of new improved power gloves which would guarantee knocking a few teeth out of my enemies. I simply loved the feel and the sound of every punch I made using these. Despite my efforts, crime rates just soared sky high, but I did not mind. I have no friends, but I know how to make enemies. That's all for today. Bye.